Hey ALAs, this is Ethan again coming to you live from the Lake Burton Dining Hall, a facility that's kind of been turned into an extension of our local food bank. We're actually using our professional staff and our facility to help meet the needs of the local Rabun County community here where the need for hunger relief is greater than ever. So today we're going to be bringing you your second ALA mentor lesson, and I have special guests Liz Green and Drew Sherman here to do that. So Liz, why don't you start us off? Can you go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone?
Yes. Hi, guys. I'm Liz. Like Ethan said, this is going to be my 13th summer at camp, I'm pretty sure, between camper and staff. And I go to South Carolina, and I went to St. Pius for high school. And this summer, I'm going to be the ALC PD.
Awesome. Drew?
I'm Drew. This is actually also going to be my 13th summer. And I go to Berkeley, and I went to Marist for high school, and I'm going to also be the ALCPD at Alatina.
Awesome. All right, so the first question that I have for you is, who is an LIT or a staff member that made a difference for you when you were coming up through camp? Liz?
So I thought about this question a bit, and I think the staff member that impacted me the most was Palmer Daniels. She was my PD when I was working in the ALC cabin, actually when I was an assistant counselor. And that summer, just everything with camp kind of clicked for me, and I really started to realize like what I could do as a leader and a mentor, and things not too serious, and always reminded all of us to have fun, but really like got to know all of our campers just along us staff, even though she was an older PD, and she's just always been a role model for me throughout my years at camp.
Thanks, Liz. Drew?
One person that just came to mind was Cole Weir. I never had him as a staff or anything. He was the LITPD my last year as a camper, and I just remember he was always super locked in with the LITs, like as all PDs are. But I feel like he went out of his way to say hi when we passed or talk, and this is a point where my big group of friends at camp were sort of teetering on the edge of not coming back for LIT. And I mean, he went out of his way to talk with me and assure me that it's not only a good path, but it's a path that you can go without needing, the friends you've gone to camp for with 7 years. And that's just one thing I just really remember. And going to take on LIT was partly because of him.
Great. All right, Liz, tell us about your best memory as a camper.
So my years as a camper definitely kind of have started to flood together. I've been going for so many years, but I think some of my favorite memories were when we would all get dressed up in the cabin. Throughout my time as a camper, I was on girls' side all my years, and then 1 year as a trailblazer. And I just always loved night program. We'd all get dressed up, and we'd all be getting excited about the whatever the activity was that night. And it was just really fun to do that with each other and with the counselors. We loved taking.
Awesome. Drew, what about you? What's your best memory?
So this is, I guess, cabin 7. I don't know what that translates to for Burton. I think it's 11. Because I used to go to Burton from when I was 7 until 11 or 12, and I decided to do split weeks 1 year. So I did earlier in the summer at Burton, and then later in the summer in Alatoona. And I went with a completely different set of friends. I just went with one. And this week was superhero week, I think was the theme, and our whole theme was the Welsh national hero, the equivalent of Braveheart. And so we had a bunch of kids saying Owain Glyndŵr, and we learned the entirety of the Welsh national anthem in Welsh. And Friday night we said it no paper or anything just off the top of our heads, which was like looking back, just so weird, but it was so fun. And I said that for the rest of that summer. I'm sure I annoyed my mom.
Awesome. Liz, what's been your favorite summer at camp?
I think probably the most impactful year was my LIT year, honestly. I made so many new friends. I came in knowing one person, one of my best friends from school, actually, and it was just such a impactful summer, and meeting so many people and kind of getting to see that shift in camp and learning the background of things and just the freedom of it too, when we were all together for 3 weeks. And I just made some of my best friends that I still have today, which is pretty great.
Great. Drew, what about you? What's been your favorite summer at camp?
My favorite summer, I would say, would be actually last summer. I've always wanted to come for as many weeks as I can, and that's probably my biggest regret for all of camp is like CIT and ACE are not coming for enough weeks. And last summer was the first summer I was able to come for every week except for one. I was always a camper who came weeks 8 and 9. And so coming for every week and then just like building all those relationships and experiences and seeing all sorts of different kinds of campers and staff come through really made like week 9 closing night just like super special for me. Last year as a counselor, last week of the session, it really like just came together really nicely, and it was such a beautiful moment.
Awesome. Liz, if a ALC or a LIT were to ask you, how can I best prepare myself for this summer, what would you say to them?
I don't think that there's any really specific thing you can do, to prepare yourself exactly, because the experience obviously is different for everyone. But I would just say in the few days before you guys come, just to really have a positive attitude and keep your mind open, because you're probably going to be doing things you've never done. You're going to be meeting a ton of people, and you're going to be out of your element, away from your family, and just keeping an open mind and just remembering why you're there and being positive about it, I think just kind of sets you up in that good tone for the rest of the weeks.
Drew?
The one thing I thought about was it's like the shift in like mindset from being a camper into like transitioning into ALA. I think like as a camper, you're really used to seeking out your fun. And I think as an ALA, it's more about setting up that fun. And you're more behind the scenes. You're more like, at least as an ALC, you still have that like camper mindset a little, but I think transitioning into looking out for what can I do to benefit these people, or how can I make this run smoother? I think once you shift your mind into thinking like that, it all clicks into place a lot faster, and you can start to see like really what it looks like behind the scenes. And honestly, it's more fun that way.
Awesome. Well, Liz and Drew, thank you guys so much for your time. And ALAs, now it's your turn. You're going to log into your family account, and under forms and documents, you can find ALA Mentor Lesson 2, and you'll have the opportunity to respond to the same questions, and that'll be due by May 1st. In the meantime, we wish you and your families the best, and we hope that you guys stay safe and healthy, and we can't wait to see you this summer. Thanks, guys.